Hello guys, and welcome back to again the Criminal's official Dart Math video guide. In this video we're going to be looking at big time numbers now. These are your money making numbers if you can get these combination finishes. 101 to 120. You're going to see a general theme throughout the finishes here. The most important thing we want to do is make sure that we're using the board to our advantage in these checkouts. They're all combination finishes in that you can't get out with two darts in any of them, so you're going to have to hit a treble on one of the first two darts, as well as a single in there, of course, as well, to set up a double. So we want to make sure we're leaving ourselves the best chance to always get to a finish. That's the key. Get to a finish somehow, some way. So let's look at the key principles, and then we're going to get into it. Might be a bit of a longer one here, as I do want to go over each checkout here individually. So right to the key principles. First, do not leave 119. Much like its younger brother 99, 119 just sucks as a checkout. There's really no easy route to get to a finish from there. Which we'll talk about when we look at 119 itself. But again, you want to avoid leaving 119. How do you do this? If you have one dart left in your hand and 139 left, don't shoot at 20. Shoot at 19. If you have 169 left, 179 left, don't shoot. Shouldn't be shooting at 20 anyway, because you're going to leave a bogey if you do. Should be shooting at 19 regardless, but again, just try not to leave 119. If you can avoid it, it just sucks. The second key principle is we want to aim for the treble that gives you the most margin for error, and that's what I mean by using the board effectively. And there's a couple things we'll need to know in order to do this, and so I'll go over that first, and then we'll get into the checkouts. So again, 119 sucks. Avoid that. But what you want to do is leave your misses in adjacent wedges on these wedges here. You want to leave 101, 104, 107, 110, or 100 if you can, with a miss into an adjacent wedge. I'll talk about that more as we get into the actual checkouts, but those are your critical numbers because all of those numbers can get to a finish. 100 gets to a double, 101 through 110 can get you to the bullseye. So keep those numbers in mind as we get through the checkouts themselves, starting with 101. So 101, we want to start on treble 20. We're using yellow this time, huh? Let's start on the treble 20. That leaves you 41, so single 1 to double 20. A lot of people might think, oh, I want to start on treble 17. Do not do this, because what is next to 17? The 2. What is 101 minus 2? It's 99. And what do we say about 99? We want to avoid it at all costs. If you shoot at the 20 and miss left or right, you're going to have a treble to a double combination. A single 1 leaves 100 left, treble 20, double 20, single 5, 96, treble 20, double 18. 102, same first target, treble 20. That leaves you the 6-10 split, and you can see either double 18 or double 16 there. Again, if we miss from 102, a single 1 leaves us 101. If we miss on this side, 101 with two darts means treble 17 to bullseye. Obviously, if we miss into 5, 97 left. 103, triple 19. And again, this is where knowing the board can help you. You might just think, I'm above 100, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to hit the 20 like I've been hitting all game. Well, if you miss into the 1, you have 102 left now and two darts, and you can't check out. If you go for the 19, course, if you hit the treble 19, we're coming over for the 6-10 split again, for again double 20 or double 18. But if I miss into the 3 or into the 7 from 103, I will still have a chance to finish. And we want to give ourselves the best chance, so why not use the board to our advantage? 104. Same idea, but this time we want to go with the 16 wedge. Treble 16 to single 16 to double 20, or single 16 to treble 16 to double 20. It's nice, you get to shoot at the same target. Now, a lot of people may say, 104 you can go 19s. Sure, you could. However, the 3 would only leave you 101 if you miss into the 3. Of course, 101 we've already talked about is that treble 17 to bullseye. So why not go to the 16, where a miss on either side gets you to a nice checkout under 100, 97 or 96 left, respectively. We're still just one treble and one single away from getting to a double, so be smart. Use the board. 105, we're back up to treble 20 here for the same reasons we talked about. Obviously it leaves 45, single 5 to double 20 is the route itself, but again, the key here is the 5 and the 1 on adjacent sides, allowing us to miss either direction and still have a finish. 106, not a perfect number, but again, treble 20 is going to be our best route, leaving us the split for double 18 or double 20. And again, missing at least into the 5 on this one gives us a chance to still get a combination finish. 107. Back to the 19s here. Treble 19 leaves 50, 10 to double 20, and again, 107 allows for a miss on either adjacent wedge when you aim at 19s. That's why we want to go there. 108. This one kind of opened my eyes recently. I used to go on the 18s here, because if I missed into the 4, I would still have a finish. But why not go into the 16s instead? We're going to either hit treble 16 and then have 60 left for single 20, double 20, or we're going to hit single 16 and have 92 left for treble 20, double 16. So what I like about this is no matter what, after your first dart, your second dart's going to be in the 20 wedge, and if we miss into 8, we have 100. If we miss into 7, we have 101, which means either side we can actually still get to a double with a miss, as opposed to the 18 that only allows for the 4, as a single 1 would not get you to a double. 109, again, treble 20 here, 49 left, single 9 to tops, and again, a miss into the 5 leaves you 104, which is your treble 18 to the bullseye. Don't go 19s here. It's a little trap. A lot of people like to hit the 19 because they're on an odd number, and it leaves them a nice even 90. However, if you go this route, you can't miss to the 7 or the 3 because your turn is over. So you want to go 20s. Similar with 110. A lot of people think, oh, I'm on a nice even number, let me go for the 20s. But again, a miss either direction, your turn is over. At least on the 19s, a miss into the 3 still leaves you 107, which means you can actually stay on the 19 for the bullseye. Of course, if we do hit our correct target, treble 19, 13 to tops. 111, again, to the 19s. If we hit it, single 14 to double 20. And again, we do have a miss to one side, the 7 here, single 7, treble 18 to the bullseye. 112, treble 20. You do have the option technically of staying for single 20, double 16. I don't like that. I like the 12 to tops. And again, a miss into the 5 leaves you a chance with 107 left for the bullseye. You notice the theme here. What you miss into should be able to leave a treble to the bullseye or a double. That's the idea with all these numbers. 113, why are we going 19s here? Because of the 3. Obviously the treble, single 16, double 20. If we miss into that 3, we do still have 110, which is treble 20 to the bullseye. 114, we will go the 18s on this one. The treble is single 20 to tops. And of course, we can miss into the 4 for, again, 110, leaving treble 20 and the bullseye. 115, again, treble 20 here. 55 is 15 tops. And once again, a miss into the 5, we can still hit treble 20 for the bullseye from 110. 116, this is kind of a unique number. There's no number to aim at where you have adjacent missing darts available. So you really have an option on 116. It's kind of a cool checkout in that regard. You can either go the 20s if you prefer. A single 20 and treble 20. You just need 1 with the first 2 darts. Either way would leave you on double 18. Or I like the 19s here. Treble and single for tops, just because I prefer tops as the checkout. But that's kind of a cool one because you don't have to change your target. If you hit a single of the 19s and you're going 19s, you stay for the treble. If you want to go 20s, you hit a single, you stay for the treble. Either one. Kind of cool, but you can't miss left or right. 117 is kind of a unique one here. As you see, I have an alternate route. So if you're under pressure, meaning you feel like you need to check out this turn, your safest route is to go the treble 19. Of course, that leaves you 60, single 20 to double 20. The reason that you'd want to do that under pressure is that you do have that single 7 option, leaving you that treble 20 and the bullseye. Now, if you're not under pressure, I would personally recommend going the 20 route instead, treble 20 to 17 to tops. And the reason is because a single 20 leaves 97, which is preferable to a single 19 leaving 98. So if you're not under pressure, I would just recommend going the 20s here because it's not as huge of a deal if you're not under pressure if you miss. But that way, if you do miss, you have a better checkout than that triple 20 double 19 route from 98. 118, again, don't have any left or right margin on this one, so we have to go treble 20 to single 18 to tops. Now, you don't want to fall into the Leonard Gates trap on this number, 118, where you may see players go for 18. Sure, if you hit a single, it leaves a nice even number. But what if you hit a treble? 54 minus 118 is 64. So now you've done a great job. You've hit a treble on your first start, but now you have 64 left in 2 darts, which means, as usual, we come over here, and we're only maybe winding up on the bullseye for a finish, or an awkward double 11 finish. So why are we making the game harder? We can just hit treble 20 and go single, and rather than having to shoot at the bullseye, have this nice large target of tops. Before we do 119, let's talk about 120, Shanghai finish. Easy one here. Treble 20, single 20, double 20, or of course the other order, single 20, treble 20, double 20, but all on the 20s on that one. So let's look at 119 and talk about why it sucks. So there's 2 ways to go about it. One way is we hit treble 20 first. That leaves us 69. Nice. 69 with 2 darts. We're coming here for the single / treble 19. The single leaves the bullseye. The treble leaves double 6. The problem with that is if we hit a single 20, like we will most of the time, we're on 99. And what do we know about 99 is that you can't check it out with 2 darts. Which means if you hit single 20 from 119, your turn is over. You can no longer finish. So you say, okay, well, let's go for the 19s instead. Well, the problem with that is, sure, a single 19 leaves a nice treble 20 to tops. However, treble 19, 119 minus 57, leaves us 62. So kind of like I talked about with the Leonard Gates trap on 18, 62 with 2 darts, we have to go over here to the fat area of the 12. If we hit the single 12, to the bullseye. If we hit the treble, to double 13. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation, and it's why you really, really want to avoid that number. There's only honestly one way you should ever wind up on 119, and is if you have 1 dart left in your hand and you have 120 remaining. Obviously you're going to be aiming for the 20 wedge, and if you slap it over into the single 1, that's the only reason you should ever wind up on that number. You have to think ahead about what you're leaving. You can't just blindly throw at the 20. If you got 139 left, if you got 179 left, 179 left with 1 dart, we should not be shooting at 20s anyway, because of the obvious bogey implication. But again, 139 left, we want to switch to 19s on that last dart, just because we do not want to have to end up on 119. That's the checkouts, guys, for 100 to 120. Again, the key things to remember are what you have left and how you can still get to a finish with these combinations that I'm writing so elegantly here. Okay, you need to know these 4 wedges and that their trebles lead to a bullseye with 2 darts left. Okay, 110, treble 20, bullseye. 104, treble 18, bullseye. 101, treble 17, bullseye. 107, treble 19, bullseye. With 2 darts left, we have to know that those numbers lead to the bullseye. And just again, remember, make the game easier. On your first dart, you should think, okay, if I miss to the left or right, will I still have a chance to check out? And if the answer is no, is there a better route to go? And that's how you should think about the 101 to 120 section. I hope that helps you guys. Sorry for the little bit of a long video, but there's a lot to talk about in that section, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.